So everything's connected. That's the point. Your body's a giant interconnected web to everything in your body, but also to the next person. And what you do and think affects them. How much and to what degree? Well, that also depends on how you think and react. What do you do for you? Living organisms are coherent beyond anything you can think of. So with that in mind, what is a coherent system? Long range order. So when you hear dynamic order, long range means over a distance, i.e., boom, instantly, this light, I press that, boom, it's instant. That's long range order. That's how your body works, same way. It's like a laser. Liquid crystal, here's a laser. It's rapid, efficient. It's very sensitive to any type of cue. Symmetrical coupling of energy transfer, just a lot of details there. So noiseless, fluxionless functioning of entire populations of molecules. So before we changed the battery out, we did not have that. We had static. So things did not function as a noiseless, seamless ease of me speaking without some feedback and disruption from the background being silent. Transparency is the property of allowing transmission of light through a material in the presence of liquid crystals, and their optical properties determined by their transparency occur at the level of the cell membrane. So once again, it comes back to the cell membrane. You eat trans fats, you are going to mess up this. You eat lots of bread, baked goods, cookies, crackers, chips, things that don't spoil. Use margarine, butter substitutes. You are messing up this, the transparency, the cell membrane. So the state of health or illness of the human organism depends on the degree of transparency in the membranous liquid crystals. If it's normal, you're healthy. If it's not, it's not. That's why you hear Dr. Romero,
just 1 cup in the dinner time. But 1 cup, like this, not like this. Next, please. Coffee, once a day? Yes. But not 370 times per day. No. Once a day? Yes. Good for a brain? Yes. Look at this gentleman, the previous. This gentleman had a stroke here. And I, as a cardiologist, I highly recommend the use of 1 coffee in the morning. Yes, in the morning. Not in the evening, please. Why? Because it's going to be fighting with cortisol. Dr. Brad Gould will explain why we need to sleep horizontally with a very small steam, not fried. Steam food, not fried. Grill, not fried. Don't eat those things that have 3 letters, please. Those are overcooked, full of arachidonic acid. And arachidonic acid is an absolute predictor of cancer. Absolute 100% predictor of cancer.
Now the heart, of course, is driving your blood. And what's in your blood? What do you need for healthy blood cells? You got it. And iron is what? Highly magnetic. Correct. Now remember, the force of your heart, every time it's pumping, it's pushing that blood through the system. So every time it pumps and moves iron, which is full of electrons, holding onto oxygen, you start to create. Now he actually developed a microscope back then where he could actually monitor his progress as he applied the different frequencies and test and keep looking at it. And he did discover some specific frequencies relative to different species of bacteria. Once he got that frequency correct, the cell wall of the bacteria would start to resonate and then it would pop. So a small bacteria, it's almost like an egg. You break the shell, the contents go out, it's dead. So, and actually, to present day, they're actually showing, if you Google it, go on YouTube, you'll actually find some experiments where they're actually doing it. And right down, you can see the cell and it'll actually pop and destroy it. What he was most famous for was his work. He did a lot of work with polarized light and frequencies, but one of the things he was really famous for was running radio frequencies through milk. And what he was trying to do was create a condition called, what we call in physics, mechanical resonance. Now, mechanical resonance, we've all seen it. If you've seen a woman on TV and she sings and she holds a note at a specific amplitude and pitch, and she can shatter a glass, that's mechanical resonance. When you find the specific frequency and you can radiate that frequency specific to whatever the elements are of that glass, when you find its resonant frequency, that's exactly what happens. It starts to resonate right down to the atomic level or the molecular level to the point where it actually, the molecules start bouncing off each other and it shatters. The military figured this out as well, because troops walking across a bridge while marching, it could cause the bridge to start to vibrate and resonate to the point where the bridge would shatter and all the troops would end up in the gorge. This is why, to present day, they tell them to break stride before they go over a bridge.